Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Cuisine Roulette, where we choose our ingredients at random. And for this episode, we're gonna use a quite interesting method. So this is Rainbow Six Siege. How we're gonna choose this is, I'll show you. So there's basically operators in Rainbow Six. So there's attacker and defenders. So what we're gonna do is, for every single kind of operator, it represents a ingredient. And how the ingredients get chosen is, I'm gonna get into a rank game, and then whatever the opponent 5 is, it's for the first round, whatever the opponent 5 is, that's gonna be our ingredients. So at the end, the producers are gonna tell me what each operator means. That's a frost. So we have a frost. Who is this? Cav. We have a frost, a cav, a mira. Oh, we know 3 so far. Okay, they have bandit, frost, cav, and mira. What's the last one? Oh, what's the last one? Guess we'll never know. Or should we just play another round?
The first op you see on the next round.
The first one? That's not repetitive?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. I think they did have a Jaeger on the other round. Okay, that's a glass. No, I mean, what's the other Russian dude?
Cap.
Okay, who's this?
Capcan.
No, we got Jaeger. Okay, we got Capcan. So is it Capcan?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the 5 operators we have for this episode. And then, so basically every single operator represents a different ingredients. I'm just gonna finish off my rank game, and then I'll come back to you guys explaining the ingredients and then probably my thought process. See you in a bit. We have everything prepped and ready to go, and right now we're just gonna show you some more prep. We got some rice noodle. I chose the one that looks more like pho. And here we have a tub of warm water. So what we're just gonna do, just place this in the warm water, let it soak until it gets soft. And here we have some green onion. There's not much to do with it. Not much to cut, just make it into 3 centimeter sections. And then the next thing I have to do is to crush these peanuts in a pestle mortar. These peanuts, we use them during cooking, and also we use them at the end to sprinkle on the top. Your goal here is not to make paste. We're just trying to lightly crush it and to have some texture still. And here we have the peanuts. And here we have a piece of garlic. And I have my favorite garlic press. I'm just gonna chop them into smaller bits. Open my garlic press. I love this thing. Press. And here we have the minced garlic. Unfortunately, I got pig tongue or pork tongue. I'll just treat this as any piece of meat. So to 200 grams of noodles, we're gonna have 100 grams of tongue, or any protein of choice. It's up to you. You can use beef, chicken, shrimp, whatever you want. I'm gonna try to make slices that's not too thin, but at the same time, not too thick. For pad thais, people usually order like shrimp pad thai. So I'm trying to cut to the thickness where it's around the thickness of a shrimp. And I'm using a little bit more than what the recipe suggests for protein. It's not in the recipe, but I'm just gonna do a very simple marinade. So right here, we have the pork tongue. So just a little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of black pepper. So just do a quick stir. Now that it's finished stirring, we're gonna check back on the noodle. You want to soak it until it's soft, but it's not mushy. A very important part of a good pad thai is to make the rice noodle to kind of al dente, but at the same time, it's soft. What you do is you just drain this and we'll start the cooking process. So what we want to do right now is to heat up the wok on medium heat. And on the meantime, have a separate skillet, have it on also medium heat. So for the purpose of this is gonna mainly for cooking, and this, we're gonna use it to roast our peanuts. So what you wanna do is add the oil. It's quite a decent amount. It's 4 tablespoons. It's Asian cooking, so oil is almost a must. Try to use vegetable oil. Right now I'm using peanut oil. And as I feel the wok is getting slightly hotter and hotter, I'm just gonna put my garlic in. My garlic. So what I want to do right now is I want to lower the heat even more, because you don't want to fry the garlic, you just want to make it fragrant. So now that the garlic is quite fragrant, I want to fry it a little bit more. Okay, now that the garlic is ready, we're gonna add our protein in. I'm gonna add a protein in. It's fine to turn up the heat now since we have our protein in. And also we add in our tofu, our bean sprouts, chives, and also green onion. What you want to do right now is just to cook all these ingredients until the pork tongue or your protein is cooked. Okay. Now that our other wok is quite warm, you want to add in the peanuts. Here we have the peanuts. Just let it roast on a dry wok or a skillet. I believe in cooking, fire is also a flavor. And you want to check around the peanuts. Have it roast. Now that I see my protein is starting to cook, I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit more. Now that the pork tongue is pretty well cooked, what I want to do is just make a little hole in the center of the wok and crack my 2 eggs into it. I've got 2 eggs here. So what you want to do is just scramble. You want to scramble this. You want to scramble this until it's dry. Try not to get the eggs onto the meat and make it soggy. Okay, now that the eggs are relatively dry, let's toss this a little bit more. Okay, so now we have all the stuff in. I'm gonna add 4 teaspoons of fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of tamarind sauce or paste, and I got 2 tablespoons of red chili flakes here, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, our peanuts got a little bit burnt, but it's okay. So we want to add a little bit, have a little bit left, so we can garnish after. Same time, we add our noodles in. And we just fry this until the noodle is soft and translucent. There's no ketchup, there's no like artificial sourness in this, because the sour part which I use is a tamarind sauce, but you can also substitute it with white vinegar. And now it seems kind of dry. I'm gonna add a little bit of water for my own entertainment purpose. I'm gonna use a spray bottle. I made a mistake of not soaking it for long enough. That's why I'm adding water into it right now, kind of softening it. But the flavor is still there. You want to cook the noodle until it's soft and translucent. Okay, I think this is done now. We're just gonna plate up, and then I want to taste test in a bit. So we're just gonna, for plating purpose, we're not gonna have too much on here. Over the pork tongue. So, top, we're gonna add some peanuts. Oh, that is hot. And we're almost done. We have here, we're just gonna cut up a lime and decorate. There's not much to it. It's a really simple dish. So now we're done our dish. I mean, it's hard to make this super fancy. So we're gonna taste test now. So we squeeze the lime on top. So the noodle is quite al dente and dry. So this recipe is more traditional or authentic. This is not the pad thai you guys are used to seeing at like Thai Express. But when you taste this, all the flavor that you think a pad thai has, it's in here. So I'm gonna taste test the tongue first. A little bit of tongue. You guys can hear the tongue has a quite crunchy texture. I say the tongue could be marinated for a little bit longer because the marinade didn't really penetrate, but it also depends what kind of protein you use. So now I'm just gonna try the pad thai. I want a little bit more of peanuts on here. I like peanuts. It's quite light. It's not a heavy dish. It's something you can just eat and keep going on with your day. You don't have itises. Yeah, the dish, well, still tastes a little bit different from the time I had it in Thailand, but I mean, it'll do. I'm halfway across the world. This tastes around the same. Kind of makes me miss Thailand even more. Maybe we'll do a travel series there with the budget. Yummy. Alright guys, that's it for this episode of Cuisine Roulette. We'll see you on the next episode. Oh, and also, if you guys want us to cook with a specific ingredients, just comment down below. We'll put it in our next episode or future episodes ingredient pool. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
Les poils étaient pignons, les vitons j'étais, et les jantons les opas, les gisons l'étaient, on voit je les dents, les teaspoons mon gens les opas, les gens les opas.